Okay, so I'm here with Valentin Bogdan, and we just finished our March concert season. For the month of March, this was our last performance. Of course, we'll have some April, June, July, and all the things. But how did you think it went in North Greenville University?
I thought it went very well. I was very happy with my playing. I thought your playing was exquisite. Your Shaminat sonata was fantastic. It was the best I ever heard you play that piece, and I've heard you play that piece many times. But this was a fantastic performance. So yeah, we had a great audience, a lot of people. A lot of them talked to us after. Beautiful instrument. What else do you need? What else could you want as a performer?
Wonderful host. Yeah, we probably had, I don't know how many people, but maybe over 100 people. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like it was pretty full.
It was packed.
And that hall seats 300, so it could have been a lot more than that. I mean,
Yeah,
really
it was about
bad.
half full.
So maybe
at least.
150. Yeah. So it was really nice. So what do you think we if anything, that we learned this concert season? Because we played two pianos and solo piano duo, solo piano, kind of mixed it up. Like last week we did Campbell University two piano, Tennessee State University in Nashville solo, and then came here, did solo.
And keep in mind prior weekend we were at Texas playing all new music, and then the weekend prior to that we were at Music Bowen Festival in Columbus playing really pieces that I've never played before, with one exception, and then I'm probably not going to necessarily play again.
Well, not to mention organizing the whole festival.
Of course, yeah, running it, and that's something. Of course, that's.
And then the weekend before, we had College Music Society Southern Conference, which we also performed, presented, and organized.
Yeah.
And
I think altogether, I was trying to count how many performances we had since
January.
January.
Started in January. I really think.
I think we had I want to say 18.
I don't even know, because right before College Music Society, the weekend before that, I think that's where we were. No, we were actually, that was our one weekend where we weren't performing. The weekend before that, we were performing at Lipscomb University Soul Recital. The weekend before that, we were organizing a Music Day. The weekend before that, we were performing at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College.
Don't forget about New Music at the W, which was the week of my birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, there was just all kinds of things going on throughout. But we did it. But I mean, I'll tell you some things that I learned. If you want to take the camera, point the camera at me. 1 second. It's this way. It's this way. So I would say one thing I learned is to be very meticulous about just things that I don't think about. I mean, my music, like literally for this concert, I checked 3 times to make sure I had the binder with the music, and I had the binder with the music, but it was the wrong version of I mean, it was fine, but I had to, ask someone for some tape and tape it together. So, I mean, I just can't believe that actually even happened. And then, just things like hairdressers that, couldn't fit you in, playing a concert, there's no concert programs, have to rush through, just all the things that you just don't think about. I think the problem is we're always leaving for these concerts and these trips as we're, we teach all day, and then we're on literally a Zoom call as we're packing our stuff into the car. And so, of course, under these kinds of situations, when you're leaving, you're going to forget something, you're not going to check something is not going to happen. And I guess the bottom line, this is our life, so it's not going to change.
Nope, it's not going to change.
But I think in an ideal world, I would have loved to just have peaceful collecting your thoughts and things and packing your stuff before you go for a trip like a concert, so you make sure that you have, of course right now, I mean, I'm just like, okay, do I have my music, do I have my concert clothes, do I have my concert shoes, everything else I can buy. That's my philosophy. But I kind of wish that it was, but that's just how it is. So you just have to forgive yourself and go with it, because we always want to teach our students until the last possible hour, because we don't want them to miss lessons. We don't want to miss these meetings, because if you don't go, your voice is not heard and your department is not represented for me as chair. So, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to, do that, even though I'm trying to get on the road and whatnot. But I think we handled this really with grace and poise, and it's been great. We got to teach a master class the day of the concert, which is actually still today. I mean, it's literally the next day. That's why we're shooting the vlog now. But earlier, hours ago, before the concert, we got to teach a master class to a wonderful student, Grace, and so that was great too. And I mean, these are wonderful opportunities that are just great to have. But sometimes you do that the day of your concert, and that's just kind of how it goes. So
Yeah, you have to trust your training at the end of the day. That's what I was gonna say before I got off on a tangent like I normally do. It's just to, we practice a lot. We're maybe practice beyond the need to learn the music, but we practice for these particular moments, so when things don't go perfectly, you can still deliver, deliver for your audience, deliver for people who invited you, right? Deliver for the folks who took time of their day to come and watch you play, because they could have done something else. Always think about that, and deliver for yourself, for your reputation, because that matters. I mean, at the end of the day, you want to, whatever name you build for yourself as a performing artist, you want that to be there and to be associated with, good things. So, you practice and you trust your training, and you hope, you pray that things are not, you're not gonna have bad things happening. But if something goes awry, you're prepared to adjust, and and to walk in like, like, there's moments when you're stuck in traffic and you're not gonna get your hours of warm up before. Sometimes show up 15 minutes before the concert.
sometimes you're doing your hair and it takes longer than you thought.
Yeah,
Like
sometimes
tonight.
sometimes you don't get a chance to try out the piano for whatever reason, or sometimes you don't get the chance to have the whole day in a concert hall, and that's okay. You just have to adjust. I think and then part of it is also what I'm realizing more and more doing these trips and hosting people, to hosting artists, is that you have to be malleable, and you have to be in a position to where you're not a burden, you know because whoever's hosting you, they also have a job, they also have responsibilities. The responsibility is not to be your babysitter for the 48 or 72 hours you're there. You have to be able to manage yourself, your life, and sometimes it's easier, like if you have a car, and sometimes it's harder if you depend on some people. But nonetheless, you can't be a diva. One shouldn't. I mean, I never really, the greatest artists that I've gotten a chance to hear and also host were also the most down to earth people. And I'm always going to remember that. The fact that they're just normal people who just want to come and play the concert, and they're like very sort of not in our
Very
way.
low
And
maintenance in
yeah,
terms
low
of what they
maintenance.
ask.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's part of this. But I think they also realize that by, we're fortunate enough to have played a lot of concerts this year. I think more than ever in any other season. Definitely more than ever in any other season. I think you kind of realize that sort of it comes to territory, you get a little bit more used to it. It's just like anything, you know. It becomes a little bit easier. Maybe not the rap, because you know, as Julia said, you know, we changed our rap, right? We play to piano, we play new music, we play traditional rap, and you know, sometimes I'm even like trying to figure out what is it that I'm playing, you know, what is it I'm practicing, uh, you know, with the music that I've learned for the festival and for the new music conferences. If I had to do it over again, I'd probably start work a couple of weeks prior to when I did, so I feel a little bit less stressed about getting that music in. But nonetheless, you know, um, so yeah, have to be organized, and you have to just practice, and then trust that what you do and it works, and be honest with how much work you put in, because you can't lie to yourself. You can't say, you know, you can lie to everybody else, say, oh, I'm good, I practice, whatever. When you're on stage and you're by yourself and you have to deliver, if it's not happening, it means you haven't put in the time.
All right, well, I'm gonna add as a final thought here is this concert was really stressful going into it, because if you've been watching the vlog, I had food poisoning early. I was out for several days. You know, when we got here, so I really didn't like to practice as much as I could have, because I physically was just so ill. And then I got here, I didn't get enough sleep last night, and then you know, we kind of had the thing where the hair took longer than it should have, and it was at the hairdresser who was half an hour away, and so by the time we got in, it was like 15 minutes to the concert, and I really felt like I have got to really rely on my training preparation prior to this to just really pull out this good show for these folks that came. And I sat down to play, and there was just like this feeling of calmness that came over me, and I just, you know, I think I played, probably this was one of the best concerts this season, and it was just because I just kind of said, okay, God, you know, let it be what it will be. But I did the work, and let's hope that that's good enough, because that's all I can do. But I'm really going to try to do the best show that I can, and I think it happens. So you do have to rely on the training. You do have to prepare. That's the key. You have to prepare. Whenever you have a moment, prepare. Don't think you're going to have tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Illnesses, hair dry, I mean, who knows? Prepare today, and then when you go into that concert, just have fun, enjoy, breathe, do your best, and hope that the music will carry you through. I guess that's the most important thing. All right, folks, well, we're going to enjoy this beautiful porch of the guest house at Northern University. He's going to show you some around. It's really peaceful here. There's a swing. It's gorgeous. We're just so fortunate with the hospitality here, and just being here has been wonderful. Everybody's here has been wonderful. So thank you so much for watching the vlog, and don't forget to subscribe.